Promise content here, y'all, aka Jim J, aka J Legend, aka the best in the business. I'm here talking about the 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 quote about Bryce Huff that DC DC Rich Fangios, was saying that he didn't think right now Huff was good enough to be a every down third third down linebacker. I mean third down defensive end. Which I yeah, which is halfway true. He's capable of being a third down, but he just haven't proven it yet. But that don't mean he can't do it. But a lot of people like Dan Sileo and others took what he said out of context. Because I believe he could be a third a every down defensive end. But he just gotta go out there and prove it. Like anybody else, every year you gotta prove yourself. Especially when it comes in NFL, that's in life. You gotta prove you. You gotta go out there and prove yourself. You gotta prove that you could do it. Until you prove that you can do it, people gonna have some skepticism about you. They gonna have this to say. They gonna have that to say. But you just gotta go out there and prove it. So that's the thing about with Bryce Huff. He just got to go out there and prove it. And really, I'm not really too concerned because I believe he can do it. He just got to go out there and prove it, like everybody else. Nolan Smith, he got to prove who he is. He got to prove that he could be an edge rusher, a solid edge rusher in the NFL, or at least a good edge rusher in the NFL. Josh Sweat got to still prove himself to get that extension. Jalen Hunt got to prove himself to get playing time. All these guys, they got to prove themselves, including James Bradbury. He still got to prove himself after having that terrible season he had. He got to prove himself. In the NFL and in life, you got to prove yourself. Prove yourself. You still got to prove yourself at the end of the day. And that's the thing about it. And that's the thing about it. You still got to prove yourself each and every day. You got to prove yourself. Yeah, he got to prove. Yeah, he got to prove himself, and that's yeah. And and when it comes to any other player that's on the team, they still got to prove themselves each and every day. They got to prove themselves, but Eagles, they look like they setting themselves up to really be good. I think they still need to get another linebacker and another edge rusher for death. But they look like they gonna be pretty good. But they look like they expected to be pretty good. Now to get on James Bradbury, the back on James Bradbury, he's still got to prove himself, switching from corner to safety. He got to prove himself, and that's gonna be a daunting task. Cause I don't even really see him making the roster. They either gonna trade. I see them as them cutting him or trading him, cause he still got to prove himself. He gotta prove himself. But yeah, but it's a daunting task. Yeah, especially the way he was getting cooked last season. He was getting cooked like Thanksgiving turkey. Yeah, but people gotta prove themselves, especially James Bradbury and the way he get lit up. But like I said, I don't expect him to make the roster. I believe he's gonna get cut. If the Eagles do keep him for the rest of the season, it's just for death. But he's getting cut. He's definitely getting cut or traded. If not by the opener, he's gonna get cut at the end of the season. But because right now they was asking him if he worried about getting paid. He said he already done got paid. They had to pay him that $20 million no matter what. So he good. He playing with house money. But we gotta prove theyself. Gotta prove yourself. But that's what I got out of the whole James Bradbury conference or interview what he did with the media, the local sports media. He still got to prove himself. It's gonna be a daunting task. I don't know if he's gonna make it, but he's gonna have to prove himself. Yeah, but he got to prove himself.